we're back. Welcome to this new video. I'm really excited. As you could have seen on the title, this is a reading vlog about the summer I turned pretty. And I am so excited. So a few days ago, the Summer I Turned Pretty season 2 came out, and ever since season 2 came out, I've just been obsessed, and my bookstagram is literally becoming a fan page of the Summer I Turned Pretty. I just love the storyline, and I love season 1, but I think in season 2 there's just so much more drama, which I really enjoy. 2 brothers, 1 girl. Both of the brothers are in love with a girl. The girl was first in love with one of the brothers, but now doesn't know who to pick. Like, I'm absolutely loving it. I already knew that the series was based on books, so when I saw like on my socials the Summer I Turned Pretty content, and I also saw the books, I was like, you know, why am I not just gonna read about the Summer I Turned Pretty? And I'm enjoying the storyline so much, why not just read the books? So yesterday I bought the complete Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy, and today it was delivered. This is a box set and it's so cute, like I love it. On my bookstagram I have unboxed this book set, so if you're interested in that I will link it down below. I just enjoy this so much. It's so cute. So there are 3 books in the series. The Summer I Turned Pretty, It's Not Summer Without You, and We'll Always Have Summer. It's written by Jenny Han, and she is also the author of All the Boys I Loved Before. So yeah, she's also the author of All the Boys I Loved Before, and I didn't know that until today. And then I was like, oh, that actually makes sense, because I also had the first book of All the Boys I Loved Before. Never read it though, but I did have it. I recognized her from somewhere, but now I get it because she's like the author of All the Boys I Loved Before. So this is a reading vlog, so I'm gonna read the first book, the second and the third in this video. So I hope you guys are gonna enjoy this video. I hope so. I'm just really excited. I've watched season 1 and I'm currently watching season 2, and I'm just curious if there are like a lot of changes in the books or in the series. I'm just curious if there are a lot of changes, because I know that the first series I read was After, and I know that the After series was so different than the movies, and I don't know what to think about that. I mean, if there are like some changes, I don't mind, but the first book of the After series and the movie were just like, you could not compare those two because they were literally so different from each other. So I'm curious if that is also gonna happen with this series, but I think I will just have to find out by reading it. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do in this video. What actually surprised me is that it's not thick at all. Like, all the books are really small, so I think I can maybe like read this series pretty fast, but we will see. So I think tonight I'm gonna start with obviously the first one. Of course, I need to tell you guys which team I am, Conrad or Jeremiah. So I'm gonna tell you guys based on the series. I'm gonna tell you guys which team I am right now. Maybe it's gonna change someday. I don't know if there's ever gonna be like a season 3, or that maybe one of them's like do something really stupid. So based on what I know now, based on the series, I'm all the way Team Conrad. Team Conrad. I'm Team Conrad. I can't, like, I love mystery guys. He's just like so mysterious and cute. I just love him. I literally love the guy. And I don't think that will ever change. Like I said, based on now, I'm Team Conrad, but I think I can never be Team Jeremiah. I don't know. I just love Conrad. Like, I'm in love with the guy. I feel you, Belly. I feel you. You know what it is? I think I love the mystery guys. I just love if they're sweet and mysterious. I just love that. And Conrad is exactly that. Based on the series, Conrad is exactly that. And Jeremiah is like more of he's very social. And I also like that. Like, I love that. And very kind and sweet. And I like him. But Conrad is this mysterious guy that's like sweet, and when he's sweet it's like more special because he never really shows his feelings. You understand? I just love him. So I'm just gonna start the first book of the series, and yeah, I'm just so excited. So yeah, just let's get started. Chapter 1. guys, the first quote. I already found a quote that's also in the series, and I love this quote. I also saw it on TikTok somewhere, and it's the quote where Belly says, "For me, it was almost like winter didn't count. Summer was what mattered. My whole life was measured in summers. Like I don't really begin living until June, until I'm at that beach, in that house." That is exactly what she says in the series. Like, so far, I'm literally at page 5, but I like it. Right now, in the beginning, they're also already talking about that Belly maybe has feelings for Jeremiah, which didn't really seem like that in a season 1. This book is so easy to read. Like, I'm only at chapter 1, page 5, but it's so easy to read this book. Like, I like that. But yeah, so far, it's really good. You guys, what? This is what I mean when I love Conrad. Oh my goodness. Belly, she's describing him the perfect way. Conrad, he was dark, dark, dark. Completely unattainable, unavailable. He had a smirky kind of mouth, and I always found myself staring at it. Oh my goodness. Smirky mouths make you want to kiss them, to smooth them out and kiss the smirkiness away. Or maybe not away, but you want to control it somehow. Make it yours. It was exactly what I wanted to do with Conrad. Make him mine. I'm already getting that feeling. I'm already getting that, like, sparkling feeling. I need my pen. I need my pen. Okay, you guys, I have been obviously reading this one for the past 2 days, and I wanted to do like a little update. I'm at chapter 26, page 164 of The Summer I Turned Pretty, so the first book. It's really cute. I actually really like it, and there are a lot of things that come back into the series that I like recognize, so that's fun. So far, it's good. I like it. It's so easy to read because you already have like this house and the people in mind. You don't have to like picture that much in your head because you already recognize them. Well, that's for me because obviously if you haven't seen this series on Prime, you obviously don't have like a view of the characters in the house and what it all looks like, but I do, so it's very easy to read this one without actually like having to think that much, and it's just very easy. It's easy English, so yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this. And something that I do find interesting is that in the book, Jeremiah is also very into her already, and Belly knows that, and Barry is already like, she's already like kind of into Jeremiah, and I think that in the series, in the season 1, it wasn't like that. She was like all into Conrad and there was nothing between them, but in the book it is, so that's very interesting. And I like it actually. I like that they're already like into each other, and there's already like a sort of tension there between the brothers and her. I'm also reading about Cam right now, and Cam is very cute. He's very polite. Yeah, he's cute. I like him. He's good for Belly. And Taylor, let's talk about Taylor because she is something else. It's like, what is going on with her? I don't like her at all. She's like, I'm here to have fun for like boys. She's only there for the boys and not for Belly, and I don't really think that good of a friend to her. Belly's like this person that's just with her and like follows her along, but Taylor's like really into the popularity and like boys and stuff, and I don't think Belly is like that at all. I think she's kind of developing right now because obviously she has grown a lot. Yeah, I think that she's now also like getting attention from boys, so she obviously likes that, and yeah, she's not in Taylor's shadow all the time. So I think that Belly is definitely changing, and you obviously also saw that in the series, that she was changing if you saw like the flashbacks from before, from like the past. And there are also like past moments in this book, so you go back like to age 14, age 13, and yeah, it's fun, but it's sometimes kind of confusing to me because I'm like, wait, where are we again? Like, but I like to read about her past memories of the beach house and the boys, and yeah, just getting to know her better, and also about her childhood is very fun to read about. But I don't know, I just just sometimes like I'm kind of confused, I guess, because you go obviously back in the past and then you are in the present again. So sometimes I like have to switch my mind to, oh yeah, we're in the present again, or oh yeah, we're in the past. I sometimes just forget that, I guess, but it's fine. I like it. It's cute so far. I think that I will probably read this. I think I will probably finish this in like 2 days, or yeah, I don't know. I just want to read tonight, so maybe I will just finish it tonight. You will see. I'm just gonna give an update when I finish this book, and then I'm going to the second one of the series. And I was going through the second one and I saw that Jeremiah, it's a dual POV. It's Belly and Jeremiah's POV. Very interesting. The one I'm most excited for, of course, you guys know I'm Team Conrad. Like, I'm the most excited to read in Conrad's POV because I just want to know how the boy thinks. Like, he is so mysterious and like there's a lot going through his head. I just want to know how he thinks and how he acts the way he acts, because in the series and also in the book I read about him, of course, I'm like, what are you thinking when you're like taking these actions? Like, what is going through his head? I want to know. So I know that Jeremiah and Belly are in the second book, and in the third one it's Belly and Conrad. So to say the least, I'm very excited for the third one. Also for the second one, I mean, it's fun. I still like Jeremiah. I think it's very cute and a very good friend to her. But if we're on teams, I'm Team Conrad. But I still think that Jeremiah is a really good friend to her and he's really, really nice. Let me know in the comments which team you are, because I'm like honestly curious. Let me know which team you are, and also let me know if you've read the series, what your thoughts were on the series, and if you were liking season 2 so far. Tomorrow, it's actually Thursday today, and I was sitting in the car with my mom today and I was like, Mom, you know I'm gonna wake you up tomorrow morning to watch the new episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty. And she was like, yeah, I know. I kind of feel guilty to wake her up. I just want to like wake her up and tell her like, okay, we have to watch this together, because together it's more fun than to watch alone. So I'm just gonna wake her up and we're gonna watch it together. I'm too much of a fan. I'm like screaming and giggling all over like the whole episode. So last Friday, I don't know what the episode name was. I think it was episode 4. Yeah, episode 4. And I liked it, but there was not like a lot of drama, which I actually hoped for. But I'm gonna hope for it tomorrow. I hope there's a lot of drama. I thought that the episode name was Love Fools. I think Love Fools. It's the 5th episode. I hope there's gonna be a little bit of drama, because that's always fun. I hope there are some Conrad moments. I'm not gonna say I would like to see some Jeremiah and Belly moments, because I would be lying. I don't hate Jeremiah, like not at all. I respect everybody's opinion on this. I just really like Conrad, and I don't know, I just want them to end up together. I would like to see some Conrad and Belly moments, and I know there are some moments in season 2 where Belly and Jeremiah are like almost kissing or something. I saw that in the trailer and I was like shocked, but obviously I like Jeremiah, so it's fine. I just hope that we also still get to have some Conrad and Belly moments, because I just think they're like meant to be for each other. Belly has loved Conrad when she was 10, or like her whole childhood she was in love with Conrad, and now they are growing up, right? So now it's like Jeremiah and Conrad, but I think Jeremiah was never an option. It's Conrad. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to you guys when I've finished book 1, and I'm gonna give you guys a review of what my thoughts are on the first book. So yeah, I will see you guys then. Peace out. Hi guys, so I'm gonna do an update. I said I would film further when I finished the first book of this trilogy. I finished it. It was very, very cute. It was definitely different than the first season, because there was also the debut thing, and there was like nothing in the book that was like related, or just there was never mentioned a debut in the book. You can't have everything from the book into the series, or everything from the series in the book. I like that they added the debut thing in the first season. But yeah, I kind of like, I love this book. I think it was a really great book, and obviously there was sort of, I think, less drama and information in the book than in the series, but I'm not going to compare the series and the book every time, so I'm sorry. I'm just going to give my comment on the book. So what I thought about the first book was, it was very, very cute. I really enjoyed it, and it was such an easy read. I read it very fast because it's so easy and it doesn't have a lot of pages. I really liked it. The ending was very cute. So yeah, that's actually my sort of, I don't know, my review about the first book. It was very cute. I liked it. It's just like a cute summer read, and obviously Conrad, Jeremiah, and Belly. Yeah, they have like this close bond with each other. And something that I find very unfortunate is that Stephen wasn't in the book. Stephen wasn't in, like, at all in the book. He wasn't there. Taylor is very different. She's like really mean, and I don't know, she's a very mean friend, and Stephen wasn't really there. The kiss scene of Taylor and Stephen was in the book, but they were not like playing such a big part. Yeah, I thought that was very unfortunate, but I like that they put that in a series, but it's unfortunate that it's not in the books, because I think it would have been so much more sort of interesting. And I think that the book just really focuses on Belly and the boys, like only Belly and the boys, and the series is just so different because it's not only about Belly and the boys, but it's also about Stephen and Taylor and Cam. And Cam, he was amazing in this book. I loved the guy so much. He was very cute. I really liked him. And yeah, it was just a really good read. But I think that the books are just like more about the Belly and the Fisher boys, and this series much more like sort of group. And I don't know what I like more. I think that obviously the series has like, you have like this view, I don't know, you base your opinion of the book based on the series or something. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm comparing the two a lot because obviously I'm reading it when I've seen season 1, and it's very different, but there are also a lot of things from this book coming into season 2 and not in season 1. And there were some parts in this book where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this from season 1, but there are also some things in the book that were in season 2. So something I also want to highlight in this book is that Belly liked sort of Jeremiah. So when they were going to the beach house, she already liked Conrad, but she also liked Jeremiah. And that wasn't the case in the season. It was just like she loved Conrad and Jeremiah was just her best friend. But in the book, she was already like liking both of them. So that was very interesting, and I actually kind of like that. The flashbacks were really cute in this book. I think it adds a lot of special things. You get to know the characters better, and I don't know, just have a good view of how their relationship is. And I think that's very fun to read about, especially when they were kids and like they're talking about Belly and Conrad when they were children, like really young still, and Jeremiah and Belly. Those moments you read in this book are just so cute, and I love it. It's just a very cute summer read. It's an easy read. It's romantic. I don't know, it's an easy romantic summer read. Let's say that. So now that I've obviously finished the first book of this trilogy, I'm obviously gonna start with the second book, and I've already started it. I'm a few pages in now. Let me see. I'm at chapter 6, page 44, so I'm not really far, but it's exactly like season 2. So before I was filming this sort of review and just my thoughts about the first book, I was reading this book, and yeah, I really like it. I'm very into it, and it's very relatable to the first episode of season 2, and it's very cute. I really like it. So I hope that I can get to the bottom of this book and just finish it fast, because I want to know so bad what the end of this book is gonna be. Like, who is she I sort of know who she's gonna end up with in this book, but I'm still very curious because obviously the series and the books are very different. So I'm very curious like what they put in the new season from the books. So I'm very curious about that, and I'm just thrilled to continue this story of Belly, Jeremiah, and Conrad. So today it's Friday, the 4th of August, and there was a new episode today, and it was episode 6. And for the people that know and are watching season 2 or have watched season 2, because I think when this video is online, season 2 has already like finished. But today's episode 6, it was insane. So much drama there, and I was living for it. There were Jeremiah and Belly moments, Conrad and Belly moments, and there was just like this insane, like Belly and Conrad were like making up, talking about what happened with them, and Jeremiah and Belly were just also having their vibe or something. But at the end of the episode, it was just all drama, like literally all drama. I was down for it, like, to say the least. So good. It was so good. There were happening things like all over. It was a good episode. I'm definitely gonna rewatch it like 10 times, maybe even more, because I think maybe this was the best episode in just season 2 so far. Can't wait until a new episode next Friday. Every Friday I'm just like excited to wake up and just, like, watch the new episode. This was a little catching up. Now I'm gonna just like keep reading, and I will just come back to you guys when I have something to share about this book. I'm very excited and scared at the same time because I think there's a lot of drama for the second book, but I'm down for it. So yeah. So you guys, I read for a while and I'm now literally in the middle of the book. I'm at chapter 23, page 147, and it's been really good. I can't put it down. It's again a very easy read, but it's very cute, and oh my goodness. Conrad is giving me such mixed vibes here. Like, Jeremiah is very sweet to Belly, but like Conrad is such a... I don't know. I like him. I like Conrad a lot. But he's just so grumpy. Why is he being so grumpy? Like, I don't understand. He's just very mean to her. But then he like does things like calling Belly his girlfriend and like telling her that, like making cute conversation when she's like swimming. And like, are you still pretending that you're in the Olympics and stuff? Like, he is so... I get so confused by the guy. Like, it's just, he's so confusing. One moment he's like telling her like, what are you doing here? And then the next he's like telling people that she's his girlfriend. Like, bro, what? I get so confused by this guy, and I would just like to know why he is so grumpy all the time and how they describe that in the book. I'm very curious. I'm definitely now going to bed because it's 11:45. So yeah, I'm now going to bed. But I think that maybe tomorrow I'm gonna finish this book. I'm very, very excited because I want to know how it ends, and I can't wait to read the third book. I'm really enjoying it, actually. Sometimes when I'm reading a book, I'm like constantly like looking at the page and how many pages I've read. But with this book, I was just reading and then I was like looking at the page number, and I was at like 100 page, and I was like, whoa. And I was saying to myself that I would stop at chapter 22, but then I was like, I need to read another chapter because it was just so fun. So I love that about this, that I'm like not focusing on the pages or on the chapters and just... Oh, I put the bookmark out of my book. Very, very smart of you, Kyoon. Very smart. I think I know where it was. What did I say? Chapter 23? Yeah, chapter 23. Anyways, I'm going to bed now because I'm really tired, and I will give you guys an update if there's anything that I should share with you guys about It's Not Summer Without You, or if I finished the book, but I think when I have something to tell you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna sleep now. Bye. Hello, my beautiful people, my friends, my book friends, how are we doing? So, I'm gonna do a little update. My goodness, my hair. Okay, so we're back with a little update. What the frick? What the frick? I'm at chapter 32, page 206. Mr. Fisher, what is this man doing? Someone tell me. I have no idea what this man is doing. Man literally wants to sell their house. What? Mr. Fisher wants to sell the beach house for Conrad and Jeremiah, but they don't want to. Conrad is very, like, mad, which is very understandable. If you ask me, I definitely understand why he's mad, because he doesn't want the beach house to be sold, and Jeremiah doesn't either. Why does the father want to sell the beach house for Conrad and Jeremiah, but they don't want that? I think he wants to sell it so, like, the money, and they can... like, the money is theirs for, like, later or something. That is something that's very weird to me, why he wants to sell the beach house. I don't know. In the series, it's like their Aunt Julia. That makes more sense to me. He knows how much the boys love the beach house, but it's becoming kind of drama, you know, because Conrad knows sort of that Jeremiah also likes Belly, and there was the moment at the beach, which I thought was, I don't know, it was very cute. There are a lot of scenes in this book that are also in the series. In the book, because you already like recognize the scenes, in the series it's more, they dragged it out more and there was more story in the series than in the books, because I feel like the beach scene with Conrad and Belly was so short. Like, she was just like apologizing for what happened at the funeral, and he was like, it's fine, and that was it. But that's obviously because you've seen the series, so you have like this view and you already have like the scenes and everything in your head. It's still good, I like it, but it's just written very shortly here, and then this series added more things to it, which is obviously understandable. There was also this vibe between Belly and Jeremiah, and yeah, there was also this scene with Conrad, Jeremiah, and Belly of the evening that Mr. Fisher was like coming along, and Jeremiah found out that the house was for sale and that his father wanted to sell it. And in the evening, it was so cute between the three of them. Like we're eating like pizza and drinking tequila and like watching old videos from when they were young, and it was just very cute. And I liked like the scene with the three of them, so I really liked it. And I think that's unfortunate that they didn't put that in the series, but it's obviously so different in the series because in here Steven and Cam and Taylor, they're not mentioned at all. So the books are very focused on Belly and Conrad and Jeremiah, and not the rest of the characters that you see in the series. They're not there, you know. It's just really Belly and the boys. Like I've said this before, it's literally just in the books, Belly and the boys, and the rest of the characters just not as important as it seems in the series. But yeah, I don't really mind, but I definitely think that I like the series more, but that's because it has just more story to it, and with Belly and Conrad and Jeremiah the main, but you also have Taylor and Steven, and they are not mentioned at all in this book. But I think I'm gonna finish this book today because I'm now at page 206 and I still need to read 70 pages. Like this is what I still need to read, so I think I will just finish it today and I will give a whole review then. Yeah, I'm just very mad at Mr. Fisher. How can he do that? And it's so confusing to me. I don't know. How could he like sell that beach house that his two kids love so much, and it reminds them of their mother, and it has a really special place in their heart, and he knows that. I think he knows that. I mean, he should know, but maybe later on in the book he will explain it more, but it's very confusing to me why he would do something like that. And I'm gonna read further, and I'm curious who Belly's gonna choose at the end of this book. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys, Jer is asking Conrad if he still likes Belly, and I haven't read what he's gonna say, what is gonna happen, but I'm scared. Okay, so wait, I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. Jer says, what the hell happened outside with you guys? So on the beach, Conrad says, nothing. What does that mean, nothing? Nothing means nothing, just leave it, Jer. I hated it when he got like that, all stoic and detached, especially when I was mad. He'd always, this is Jeremiah's POV by the way, especially when I was mad, he'd always been like that, but it was more and more these days. When our mom died, he changed. Conrad didn't give two shits about anything or anyone anymore. I wondered if that included Belly. I had to know about him and her, how he really felt, what he was going to do about it. It was the not knowing that killed a guy. So I asked him flat out, do you still like her? He stared at me. I'd shocked the hell out of him. I could tell. We'd never talked about her before. Not like this. It was probably a good thing that I'd caught him off guard. Maybe he'd tell the truth. If he said yes, it was over. If he said yes, I would give her up. I could live with that. If it were anyone but Conrad, I have tried anyway. I'd have given it one last shot. Instead of answering the question, he said, do you? I could feel myself turn red. I'm not the one who took her to the freaking prom. Conrad thought that over and said, I only took her because she asked me to. Why is Conrad being such a dick? Like prom and everything? Oh, I didn't even talk about prom. What was that? Conrad, what? Okay, we're going further. I only took her because she asked me to. Con, do you like her or not, man? I hesitated for about 2 seconds and then I just went for it. Because I do. I like her. I really like her. Do you? He didn't blink, he didn't even hesitate. No. It really pissed me off. He was full of shit. He liked her. He more than liked her, but he couldn't admit it. Wouldn't man up. Conrad would never be that guy, the kind of guy Belly needed. Someone who would be there for her, someone she could count on. I could, if she'd let me. I could be that guy. I was pissed at him, but I had to admit I was relieved too. No matter how many times he hurt her, I knew that if he wanted her back, she was his. She always had been. But maybe, now that Conrad wasn't standing in the way, she'd see me there too. Why? Why does he say no? Why does he say no? He's just like, okay, Jer, just, you know, I do not like her, you can like have her or something. That's how it, bro, why? I'm so mad right now. I'm like real pissed right now because he obviously loves her. Conrad loves her. We all know this. Okay guys, I'm just gonna read further. I'm really in my feelings right now. I'm just gonna read further and I will just see what happens and I will just get back to you guys. What is happening? Bro, what is happening? What is happening? What the frick? Oh my goodness. Jeremiah's kissing Belly and Conrad was there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Belly and Jeremiah were kissing in the car. They like separated and Conrad was literally like outside of the car and was like looking at them. And the thing he said was, no, don't stop. I'm the one who's interrupting. Oh my goodness. There's gonna be a fight. Belly is, because Conrad is obviously like going away. He's like walking away and Belly is going after him. I haven't read that yet, so. So you like Jeremiah now? Okay, so you like Jeremiah now? I don't know. Does it matter if I do? He stared at me and then he leaned forward and touched the necklace around my neck. The one I'd been hiding under my t-shirt all day. If you like Jeremiah, why are you wearing my necklace? I wet my lips. I found it when we were packing up your dorm room. It doesn't mean anything. You know what it means. I shook my head. I don't, but of course I did. I remembered when he explained the concept of infinity to me. Immeasurable. One moment stretching out to the next. He bought me that necklace. He knew what it meant. Then gave it back. He held out his hand and I saw that it was shaking. No! It's not yours. I never gave it to you. You just took it. That's when I finally got it. I finally understood. It wasn't the thought that counted. It was the accusation that mattered. The showing up for somebody. The intent behind it wasn't enough. Not for me. Not anymore. It wasn't enough to know that deep down he loved me. You had to actually say it to somebody. Show them that you cared. And he just didn't. Not enough. I could feel him wanting for me to argue, to protest, to plead. But I didn't do any of those things. I struggled for what felt like eternity, trying to undo the collapse on the necklace around my neck, which was no surprise, considering the fact that my hands were shaking too. I finally got the chain free and then handed it back to him. Surprise registered upon his face for the tiniest of moments, and then, like always, he was closed off again. Maybe I imagined it, that he cared. He stuffed the necklace into his pocket. Then leave, he said. When I didn't move, he said sharply, go! I was a tree, rooted to the spot. My feet were frozen. Go to Jeremiah. He's the one who wants you, Conrad said. I don't. I never did. And then he was stumbling, running away. Oh my goodness. He caught them kissing in the car. Oh. And he is so mad. He is so mad. And the only thing I'm curious about now is how they're gonna film this. How are they gonna film this in the series? Oh, I am not gonna handle that. I'm not, okay, I can't handle that. If this particular scene is gonna be in the series next Friday, I'm not gonna handle this, okay? I tell you that. I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry my eyeballs out. Go to Jeremiah, he's the one who wants you. I don't, I never did. I'm just like heartbroken right now. If you like Jeremiah, why are you wearing my necklace? I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm in love with this book. This is insane. I'm gonna annotate, I'm gonna highlight what he said. If you like Jeremiah, why are you wearing my necklace? Okay, my perspective on this is, I feel like Belly sees Jeremiah as, okay, don't hate me for this, but I feel like Belly really loves Jeremiah because he's so kind. But I also feel like because before they were kissing, they were also talking and waiting for Conrad to like finish his exam. And I feel like she's trying to comfort Jeremiah, and because she loves him very much because he's one of her best friends. Even in the same moment, she was like, they were like in the car and like Conrad was studying behind them and they were singing and stuff, and she was, I wish I could be more like him. And then when they were in the car, she also asked Jeremiah, did he ever say anything about me? Did he ever say anything about me and him? And Jeremiah was like, I don't want to talk about this, because he obviously doesn't want to talk about Belly and Conrad when he's in love with Belly. And then he just kissed her. But why would Belly ask Jeremiah that if she like doesn't like Conrad anymore? Why would she ask that? So I feel like Belly is like more, she loves Jeremiah Jeremiah with her whole heart, but I also feel like there's more friendship and best friendship there than what she actually feels for Conrad, because I think she loves him, like true love. She really loves him. I think she just sees Jeremiah as her best friend. But don't get me wrong, because I think she also has feelings for Jeremiah. I don't think Jeremiah can top off like Conrad. You know what I mean? I don't think Belly, her feelings are the same feelings that she has or had. I think she still has them for Conrad. And she also said that because she said, I will never be able to love somebody like I did Conrad. That's kind of a relief because obviously Conrad really hurt her and she was just heartbroken by that. But I just think that, and not because I'm team Conrad that I'm saying this, I truly, when I read this and I like see how Belly reacts, and I just really think she loves Jeremiah a lot, but like not as her boyfriend. But we will see. I think they will get together in this book, but I think that she will always love Conrad and she will always have feelings for him. So I don't know, we're gonna see. I'm almost finished, so I'm very interested. I'm gonna annotate now and I will literally get back to you guys when I have this insanely moment that I need to share, because this was just insane that Conrad caught them kissing. Also, that's the worst way to find out. But on the other hand, Conrad also said that he didn't have feelings for Belly anymore, but I guess Jeremiah should have also, like, he knew that he was lying. He knew. But I'm just very excited. So, as you could have maybe guessed, it didn't take me long to finish the second book of this Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. So I finished it, the second book. What? Like, damn. This one is breaking my heart. She ended up with Jeremiah. I guessed it already, but they were like sleeping at this motel, and like Conrad told Belly that he didn't meant what he said about that he never wanted her and that he never liked her. And he said he thought she was sleeping. She wasn't, so she heard what he said, and he said that he didn't meant what he said. And yeah, the next day she was still kind of deciding who to pick. And I don't know, it's kind of confusing for me as a reader, but also for her, of course, as a character. She was still sort of deciding, because if Conrad would have said the right thing, she would have gone for Conrad. I know she would. But he didn't. Conrad was like over it. I don't know what's up with him, but I feel like he's just thinking that he's not enough for her or something, that he should act like a dick to like protect her of himself or something. I don't know, but I get that vibe of him, that he's like trying to protect Belly for himself, that he's like, I can never make you happy, because yeah, Conrad is kind of like that. We all know that if you've read the books and watched this series. I think he really wants Belly, but he's just afraid. He's not really good at communicating, so maybe he's just scared to mess it up. That's why, and because he loves Belly so much, he doesn't want to mess it up, so he doesn't take the chance. But yeah, no, she ended up with Jeremiah, so sucks for him. Yeah, it breaks my heart. I just don't really see them together, and I'm sorry if that hurts anybody's feelings. I just don't really think they're the perfect fit, just because I feel like they're such good friends and just like best friends. Anyway, to give a little review about the second book of this trilogy, it was really, really good. I liked it more than I did the first one, because the first one was just, I liked it, but there was just more drama in this one and just more sort of kind of fighting about Belly, and I liked that a little bit more. Definitely loved this one. I was very excited at some points, as you could have seen. So final thoughts, I loved this book. It was so cute. I thought this one was just very, very good. But yeah, there were also a lot of things in this book that I didn't sort of see coming. An easy read. It's romantic. It's a summer read. It's very cute. I definitely love this one. It was very, very, very sweet and cute. And something that was also very weird to me, there's this last sort of page a couple of years later, and it's saying, when I used to picture forever, it was always with the same boy. In my dreams, my future was set. A sure thing. This wasn't the way I pictured it. Me, in a white dress in the pouring rain, running for the car. Him, running ahead of me and opening the passenger door. Are you sure? He asks me. No, I say, getting in. The future is unclear, but it's still mine. She's in a white dress. And I've already seen some spoilers, so I know that this is about marriage. Spoiler alert, by the way, this video is full of spoilers. So in this book, there was Belly's POV, but also Jeremiah's POV. Loved that. I just love to read about the boys, their POVs too. And in this book, it was Jeremiah's POV. But in the third one, it's gonna be Conrad. And I can't wait to read Conrad's POV because the guy is just so hard to read, to understand. Why does he make the decisions that he's making? And I hope we get to clear that up in this book because we get to read in his POV. I'm very excited for that. So yeah, we're gonna read now about the future of Belly and the Fisher boys. Who is she gonna pick? Who is gonna be the final boy out of the two that she's gonna end up with? Who knows? Now we're gonna start with the third one of the trilogy. I'm literally at chapter 5. And what the frick? Jeremiah and Belly are like together. They're a couple, boyfriend, girlfriend, fun. They're in college. Jeremiah cheated on her. He was literally the last person I would have expected to cheat on Belly. To cheat on anyone. He was the last person I expected to cheat or do something like this. They were sort of on a break of 1 week. And he hooked up with Lacey in that week. Who the is Lacey? You couldn't control yourself for a week, Jeremiah? Are you kidding me? This is so messed up. But like they were broken up, sort of. But even though you're broken up, you don't hook up with somebody if you like. If Jer really loves Belly, why would he hook up with somebody in the first week that they were like separated? Like what? He's saying like it just happened, it didn't mean anything, but they like really literally hooked up, if you know what I mean. They like had, you know, I'm so confused. He was like the last person I would have expected to do something like this. Jeremiah Fisher, what the frick. But now it says we were broken up in April. It really did come out of nowhere. Yes, we had a little fights here and there, but could hardly even call them fights. Like there was this time Shay was having a party at her grandmother's country house. It's so weird. I don't even know what to say. What the actual freak? What? I don't even know what to say. Jeremiah just asked Belly to marry him. Like, where is this coming from, Jeremiah? Bro, I can't with this guy. What? Okay, so how I feel about this, honestly. Okay, you know, just so he hooked up with the like Lacey girl or something. And now like Belly's trying to talk to him and he's just like proposing to her. Like, what the... I first thought that this book would be in their 20s or their 30s, but they're literally teenagers still, I think. I think they're like 18, 19 and they want to get married. Jeremiah, are you kidding me? I just really feel like Jeremiah wants to marry her because of his mistake. Like, he wants to marry her because he feels sorry for what he did. I feel like that is why he's proposing to her, even though he said in the book that that isn't the reason, but I feel like he is. I feel like he is asking her because he's feeling guilty and I am so confused right now. Like, what? This is getting weirder and weirder. Okay guys, so as you can see, I'm almost done with the book, but I still wanted to do a little catching up because there are just like happening so many things and I just am so shocked about this. Everything is just going so fast and I'm so into it, but I still wanted to like do a sort of recap and like catching up and talk about this with you guys. Belly and Jared were obviously getting married, and because they're getting married, Belly is gonna like plan the whole wedding at the beach house for the summer because obviously summer break, and Jer is working at his dad's firm, something like that, at his dad's company, and he comes home or like to Cousin Beach for the weekend. But what I didn't know was that Conrad also was there at the beach house, and Belly and Conrad like didn't really spoke to each other for like almost the whole time. They were like just being nice to each other obviously, but they really didn't really like talk until like they had their moments. Duh. And you also read that in the book. I love that we have Conrad's POV. It's amazing. I'm just in love with that. He's such a mystery guy, so you don't really know what the guy's thinking all the time. So I like that we get to read about him, and I just read about how he just wants the best for Belly. And when you're reading the book, you just like see and you like read about that Conrad always needed to be like the big brother and like the older guy that like needs to take care of everybody and like make sure that everybody's happy and is safe. And I feel like he's still got that in him after all these years. Anyway, Belly was there at the beach house. Conrad was too. Jer was there too in the weekends. And yeah, and the wedding was getting closer. Everyone, they were planning things. And then there was Jer's bachelorette party. He had his bachelorette party and they were going to the bar. I don't know. I thought it was very cute. They were with Steven, Conrad, Jer, and two of his other friends from college or something. And they were at the bar and this really weird thing happened. They were like taking shots and they were like talking about Belly and that he was getting married. It was just so weird because Conrad obviously didn't know about that Jer cheated on Belly. And the two boys from college were like talking about the wedding night, let's say like that, okay? I just thought Jer was really being disrespectful towards Belly. He was like singing, okay wait, it was like Jer started to sing off key, like a virgin touched for the very first time, but in a laughable way. The other two guys from college were like talking about that he was lucky that he got to like hook up with that Lacey and stuff, and that he locked his friends out of the hotel room to hook up with that girl. And I just felt so disgusted by him that he did that, even though if he loved Belly, I couldn't like just understand why he would hook up with somebody. Like, it's just so weird to me. Obviously Conrad didn't know about that. He was very, very mad. So when they got back, everybody was drunk. Conrad was not drunk because he was like the DD. He went to talk to Belly. He told Belly what happened, but she obviously already knew. And he got mad and he started like, I don't know, telling his feelings to her. And guys, it was so insane what this man said. Afterwards he was like, okay, it's none of my business and stuff, but just so cute. He said, I still love you. And then Belly said, don't say that. And he like said all these cute things, and it was just this man. They just like started talking and sort of like fighting, but not really fighting. He said, don't marry him, don't be with him, be with me. Stop. Okay, you guys, my battery just died, so I needed to change my battery. Anyways, he was so confused why like Belly still wanted to like marry Jer, because he did like everything, like breaking up with her, like accepting them like to be together. I don't know what you otherwise would do. Like, he didn't do all of that, and he broke her heart at prom. He did all of that for her. All of that for her to be happy. And he was like, I just knew that when my mom died, I wasn't in the right mind space. I just knew that I couldn't give you love, just the me you deserved. When you love somebody, you do something like that. That's literally what you do. And he broke her heart in the progress. I think sacrifice that he made back then, he could have broken her heart way worse if he just like kept on the relationship and just was in that bad mind space. So I love him so much for that he did that for her. And he also said that to her in the book. She just didn't want to hear it. She was like, I'm just gonna marry Jer. That's it. That's where I left. And I'm so curious what's gonna happen next, because obviously what's gonna happen? Who's she gonna choose? I mean, I hope that she's gonna choose Conrad for her, because I think Conrad's the better choice. I think he's the better choice because the thing with Lacey is just not sitting right with me. Like, absolutely not. Also, when I was reading this and he's almost gonna get married, and how he talks about it and just goes on with it, it's like so weird. And Conrad has never done any of that with her. He broke her heart, but in her best interest. He's just so much more grown up than I think Jer is. Jer's really this college student just gonna party and like drink and go out. I just don't see Belly with somebody like that. Anyway, I'm so excited to finish this book and just to see what's gonna happen. I think there's gonna be drama, definitely drama. I guess we will see. Hi guys, I've finished the last book, and that means that I'm done reading the whole Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. I'm gonna tell you guys what I thought of the third book, and who obviously Belly ended up with, and what my thoughts are on this whole series. Let's start with giving the review about the last book. This was a roller coaster. Like, could have obviously seen my reaction about this book through the video. This book was very, very exciting, but it was the same with It's Not Summer Without You. They really had me shocked, entertained the whole book. There was a lot of drama. I liked it. I really, really liked it. Could read about Conrad's POV, which I really liked, because obviously he's a very complicated guy. I was very interested to know how he would think, and we got a little insight on that so I really liked that. Yeah, there was just a lot of drama. I was so shocked when I read that Jeremiah like sort of, I don't want to say cheated because they were, I think I've said multiple times that Jer like cheated on Belly, but I guess it's the wrong thing to say because they were like kind of on a break. The thing that did bother me was that Jeremiah hooked up with Lacey when Belly and Jeremiah were like a week apart. Like, if he really loved Belly, why would he hook up with Lacey in a week? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. So my like for Jeremiah has lowered at like -20. No. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't put my head around that. And also just the scene where they were at the bar and he was like very like disrespectfully talking about Belly and that like singing like a virgin touch for the very first time. I felt like he was disrespecting Belly and I didn't like that. Like, I didn't like that at all. Especially if we're like two brothers like fighting for the girl and he acts like that. No, not at all. And yeah, then there was Conrad. Cute scenes with Belly and Conrad. Jeremiah proposed out of nowhere. You guys have seen that and my reaction in this whole video, but this book was just, yeah, I loved it. It was very good. I really, really liked it. Yeah, now I'm obviously gonna tell you guys who she ended up with. I think you can already guess. She obviously ended up with Conrad because he's the better brother. In my opinion. Like, the Lacey thing is just not sitting right with me, like, at all. The proposal, no. Just no. Jer, what were you doing? But I do hope that as a character, he has his happy ending. Jeremiah ended up with Conrad. Very, very fun. The part in the second book, which I also read with you guys, it was this part, a couple years later. And she was talking about when I used to picture forever, it was always with the same boy. In my dreams, my future was set. A sure thing, this wasn't the way I pictured it. Me in a white dress in a pouring rain, running for the car. Him running ahead of me and opening the passenger door. Are you sure? He asks me. No, I say, getting in the car. The future's unclear, but it's still mine. He was Conrad. So yeah, we knew she was sort of getting married. So she eventually got married with Conrad. So at the end of this book, Conrad and Belly didn't get together. Between that space, Conrad sent Belly letters. Like, Belly didn't respond for like, I don't know how long, but she didn't respond for a long time. And then eventually she responded and they got in contact together. But after the wedding was blown off between Jeremiah and Belly, they didn't really talk. Conrad sent letters, but Belly didn't respond to them until later. And that's when they got in contact together and like eventually built their relationship and got married. This man, like Conrad, is just... I hope that says enough. Blah, blah, blah. Like, look, these are the letters. Hope very much that they keep this in season 3. I think season 3 is coming out next year. I hope they keep this in there, the letters, because I think this is a very big part of who Conrad actually is and how sweet he actually is, because I think in the series he's sometimes featured as a really mean guy. When you get to the last books, you really see who Conrad actually is and how he thinks and why he takes these actions, that he's always tried to do the best for Belly. He's such a great guy when you actually like get to read about him in this book. And I think I also mentioned that in this one because there are also parts in the second book where I'm like, Conrad, you're not such a bad guy. I just loved this whole series. It was such a fun read, especially to read in the summer. I was very enthusiastic because when I started this series, I was also watching the show at the same time. I was already very enthusiastic about the show, and then I also got to read the books, so I was like double enthusiastic, if you understand what I mean. I loved the storyline so much before I got into the books, so I was so excited to read this series. I think it's such a good series to start with. If your first language is not English and you want to start reading, I think The Summer I Turned Pretty is such a good series to start because it's so easy. So I would definitely recommend if you want to start reading English books. So yeah, I really want to thank you guys for watching this insanely long video. I still hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want more reading vlogs, please let me know in the comments. I love you guys. Bye.